Straight ahead on 12 News, a new eagle count shows numbers soaring along the Mississippi River.
It's a great success story for everybody.
Then, keeping a lid on local college tuition, what local lawmakers are doing. But first, how the end of winter is good for the bottom line.
I definitely see a jump in business.
12 News starts right now.
Winter's stranglehold on the Twin Cities has finally lifted. Hello, I'm Alexandra Renslow.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Mike Johnson. With temperatures in the 60s and 70s all weekend, it's time to finally get out and enjoy some warm weather. And as Delane Cleveland reports, that's great news for some local businesses.
Just really excited to get it packed out here.
Spring cleaning is a necessary evil. But for restaurants such as 3 Squares in Maple Grove,
we did a major remodel on our patio at the end of season last year.
This is a moment they've been looking forward to. That's long overdue.
There were a couple times where we started cranking up to get ready for the patio season, and then Mother Nature put a twist on us, but we are excited even with it being late.
Her mindset is better late than never, especially when warmer weather means good news for their bottom line.
I definitely see a jump in business.
She's not the only one who's excited that spring has sprung.
You know, last year I think we started playing the first day that golf starts, and that's like March 18th. So we've been inside a long time.
Park Center boys golf coach Ray Doloff finally has his team out practicing their swings at the Edinburgh USA driving range after a season of discontent.
It has a real negative effect for the players, and we've had to cancel a lot of matches already.
It's not only the players who have been negatively affected.
Last year is the earliest that Edinburgh has ever opened, but according to club officials, this year is the latest.
We're already almost 5,000 rounds behind last year, so obviously that's a significant amount of money.
Edinburgh officially opened for the season Friday morning, roughly 2.5 weeks later than normal.
So the course is not in quite the shape we were hoping, but it's great. The staff did a great job to get it open, and we're ready to go.
So whether you're at the golf course or an outdoor patio, everyone is just happy to get outside.
Lunchtime, you can start right now. We're ready.
In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
We're ready, but while many golf courses and restaurant patios are open this weekend, Robbinsdale says their sports fields will still be closed, and the play areas at Elm Creek Park in Maple Grove and French Regional Park in Plymouth are also closed. Officials there say they are still waiting for the ice to melt.
Here's a great spring comeback story. More eagles are soaring along the Mississippi River right now, including 4 active nests in the Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center area. Now is a great time to get a glimpse as the adults search for food for their eaglets. Since coming off the endangered species list in 2007, the bald eagle has been making a comeback in the Twin Cities.
It used to be Alaska, Canada was the only places you could find lots of American bald eagles, but now they're everywhere along here. We see increased numbers all the time. Every year the nests get bigger and larger and more nests are being built.
Good local places to spot the eagles include River Park in the Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center area and the Coon Rapids Dam. Some lawmakers say it is the first step in curbing rising tuition in Minnesota.
The House has passed a higher education bill that spends $150 million more than is currently being spent. Most of the money would fund a tuition freeze for undergraduates at both the MnSCU system and the University of Minnesota. Lawmakers, including Democrat Ryan Winkler of Golden Valley, are looking closely at spending by the schools themselves.
It is time to send a strong message to the institutions themselves that if the public is putting more dollars into their operations, the public is putting more money into higher education, the students are the ones that should benefit. And as taxpayers and as representatives of the taxpayers, we have the authority and we have the right to decide what we want to buy in higher education.
In the Senate, instead of freezing MnSCU tuition, that version of the bill limits increases to 3% a year. Well, hundreds of area students have more to worry about than tests and homework.
That's right. For these homeless teens, the bigger issue is where they'll sleep or find a meal. And that's where some Brooklyn Center students are stepping in to help.
I got shampoo and conditioner, and I'm grabbing some soap right now.
In his hands, Larrick Potvin has the basic necessities, the basics that some of his classmates don't have.
When we think of homelessness, we always look at adults, and now we think of the other people that are experiencing like teens. So we decided that maybe teens in our school in Minnesota, we would like to help them out.
One small item at a time.
We got chapstick, we got hand towels right here, and then we got socks in the back in case anybody needs those.
Students are assembling carrying bags for the homeless students in their school district. 33 kids by the district's count who have no home at the end of the day.
They wanted to do something to help them because they know that worrying about where you're gonna sleep, where you're gonna wash your hair even, can be pretty hard and distract them from their studies.
Sharon Kephart and her daughter Ashley's local nonprofit, Kids for a Better World, challenged these National Honor Society students to come up with a service project.
Collected a lot of items, like everybody contributed, so it's pretty cool to have all these here.
Larrick Potvin took it one step further, earning a $1,000 national grant to aid the effort. At least 50 carrying bags are now ready at the school. A small gesture with a big impact.
I want my friends in my community to be happy and be living good.
Brooklyn Center High School will continue to collect basic necessities all year long. Students hope to take this service project to other area schools next year.
Well, here's something for motorists to keep in mind. For Monday, the Bass Lake Road Bridge over Highway 100 will close at 9 a.m. Monday morning. That's in Brooklyn Center. The detour will be up for 4 months as MnDOT replaces the 45-year-old bridge. The $2 million project includes building a new bridge deck and wider pedestrian and bike paths. And sometime this summer, MnDOT will also have to close down Highway 100 over a weekend to do the work. The bridge will reopen in August.
The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office showed off some of its crime-fighting tools in Brooklyn Park today. It was a chance for families to get an up-close look at some serious equipment like the department's new armored rig called the Bear. It's a bulletproof unit used to evacuate people after a disaster or when hostages are involved. But a crowd favorite is the Water Patrol dive team demonstration where divers talk underwater.
What did you like the best?
The guy in the water.
The guy in the water?
I'm swimming.
I like the people that dive under the water and you get to talk to them and it's fun.
The Sheriff's Department is also giving away gun locks. They're small cables that can prevent a gun from firing. They'll be available at the department as long as supplies last. Coming up, going to the mat for a good cause.
And later in sports, there's a big group from the Northwest Metro in this weekend's All-Star Girls Basketball Series.
But first, look for the first 70s of the season in your AccuWeather forecast.
It's an epic battle of good versus evil, but despite the outcome, a youth group from New Hope will walk away the winner.
This Saturday, Holy Nativity Lutheran Church tag teams with professional wrestlers to raise money for its youth ministry. In today's Weekend Showcase, Renee Bonneau explains this match made in heaven.
For one day a year, this friendly fellowship hall at Holy Nativity Church in New Hope transforms into a den of thud, sweat, and jeers.
It's like going to see a show, except you get to yell at the people in the show.
Pro wrestler Chris Jordan came up with the idea 5 years ago to use his sport as a fundraiser at Holy Nativity.
It's a real professional wrestling event with guys from all over, and it's to raise money for the youth group for Holy Nativity for their summer mission trips and their summer camps.
Jordan is a member and volunteer here at Holy Nativity. Although it took a little convincing, he says the annual event has become a family favorite with a surprisingly good message.
It's good guys and bad guys. It's cheating and overcoming cheating, and it's believing in yourself. We very much make it a family event, and we have people that they're excited that they can bring their 8-year-old, their daughter and their son, and grandma can come.
While this isn't the church's only fundraiser, it's one of the more popular ones among non-members and raises between $800 to $1,200 for youth ministry. Jordan admits it isn't easy to organize the event each year, but so long as there's a need for funds and audiences enjoy coming, he's not quite ready to tap out just yet. For Weekend Showcase, I'm Renee Bonneau.
The event starts at 6 p.m. Saturday at Holy Nativity Church in New Hope. It's $12 to get in. You get a $2 discount. Listen to this, if you bring a canned food donation. And for families of 4 or more, it's a total of $35.
For entertainment on a tight budget, check out this lineup of free performances at North Hennepin Community College. Wednesday night, enjoy the sounds of Stevie Wonder, Latin rhythm, and a little cowboy bebop with the school's jazz ensemble and concert band. Thursday afternoon, 10,000 Things Theater Company presents A Streetcar Named Desire in the Center for Business Grand Hall. And on Friday, North Hennepin's choirs will perform pop songs spanning several decades. That starts at 7:30 in the Fine Arts Center Theater, so no shortage of things to do. Coming up, athletes finally able to get outside.
But first, a local high school basketball coach steps down after 15 seasons. John Jacobson has that story and more in just a moment.
John Jacobson now with a look at sports. Local school will be looking for a new women's or girls basketball coach, something they haven't had to do in quite a while.
It's been a while, and Patty Sorensen leading. Got close to the state tournament the last couple of years, not quite there, and but had some good teams the last 2 years especially. It has been a decade and a half since Park Center has needed a new girls basketball coach. The Pirates program is looking for a new leader now. However, Patty Sorensen resigned this week after 15 years as the Pirates head coach. Though the Pirates never reached the state tournament, they did play in 4 section finals during Sorensen's tenure, losing the last 3 seasons to eventual state Class 3A champion De La Salle in the section final. Patty told us the decision was tough, but the time was right.
You know, just kind of thought through some things. You know, I've had both my girls go through the program. I've had great experiences here, and there's some things that I'd like to continue and do and move on forward. And last several years, it's take it 1 year at a time, and I've always reconsidered. And team's in a great place, the program's in a great place right now, and just felt this was the time that I was ready to make a change.
And we'll hear more from Patty Sorensen Monday on Sports Jam here on Channel 12. Most of the state's top girls basketball players from the class of 2013 are in St. Paul this weekend for the annual Coaches Association All-Star Series. Practice was held early this afternoon for the 4 teams and local players who are in the 2-day tournament. Among the local seniors competing today and tomorrow are Angie Davison of Maple Grove, Janae Morton of Osseo, Michaela Shackelford and Aaron O'Toole of Hopkins, and Katie Schultz of Wayzata, all from Class 4A schools. There are 2 games this evening, and then the 3rd place and championship games are Saturday afternoon at the University of St. Thomas. Here's what a few of the local players had to say about the All-Star Series.
I'm so excited. I mean, I've played against these people, a lot of them, and it'll be fun to play with them and then play against them with different people. And I don't know, everybody's very excited.
I mean, I think it's super fun to play with these girls and to just finish it off. You know, state tournament ended, and now we had some time to like reflect on what happened. So it's just really nice to be able to play one more time, just for fun, have a good time with it.
Yeah, it'll be an exciting experience, and being able to play with people that you've grown up with, all the best players, so I think it'll be fun.
Games are at 6 and 8 p.m. Friday and 1:30 and 3:30 Saturday afternoon at St. Thomas. The 2013 Ms. Basketball is named at a brunch Saturday morning. Well, better late than never. Local softball teams are finally starting to get outside for some games. The top 2 teams in the Northwest Suburban Conference last season met up to start conference play. Defending conference champ Maple Grove hosting Park Center. Maple Grove goes up early. Brianna Basil draws a bases-loaded walk to score Abby Benilde. They add another in the first inning to lead 2-0. In the second, Park Center threatens, but MJ Jellison's bunt is fielded by Sydney Smith. She fires to first, gets the out, and then they unluckily throw behind the runner. Lauren Torborg at second to get the double play, and it stays 2-0 Crimson. Up 3-0, Maple Grove looks for more as Smith drops a hit into right field. It scores Sammy Sadler for a 4-0 lead, part of a big second inning for the Crimson. Still in the second, Taylor Bratton drives a hit to left center. Jocelyn Roll and Shannon McMurphy score, and the lead grows to 6-0 through 2 innings. In the third, Sadler slices a well-placed hit just over third. Benilde comes in to score to make it 7-0 Maple Grove. Later in that inning, Smith singles to right to score Sadler. Maple Grove rolls to a 10-2 win over a young Park Center squad.
The kids, I mean, they're like caged animals in there. They all want to get in and play, and it worked out. Fortunate for us, we scored some runs early tonight so we could get everybody in.
In the North Suburban Conference, it's Cooper at Benilde. Cooper hits well early in this game. Their pitcher Casey Anderson comes through as a hitter, doubling off the fence to score Katie McGuire. It's 1-0 Hawks in the first. Benilde takes advantage of a shaky Cooper defense in the second. Lily Johnson lines it off Anderson's glove. McGuire is there. Her throw is dropped, though, as a run scores, and Benilde leads 4-1 through 2. They add to it with the bats. Christine Lager tags it to deep center field in the fifth. Maddie Houlihan scores to make it 5-0 Red Knights on a double by Lager. Abby Miller drives a single to left where it's overrun there. Benilde tacks on 3 more runs in the fifth on their way to a 7-3 win over Cooper. Nice afternoon here on Friday. Saturday's nice, a lot more games and meets and matches and all that finally getting in.
We're all a little like
Yes.
caged animals.
Yeah,
Want to
that's
get
right.
out there. Thanks a lot, John. We'll be right back.
And that's the result of a coaching session supplied by choir members from the University of Minnesota to Osseo and Maple Grove high school choirs. It's a rare chance for younger choir members to sing side by side with a group that's really taken it to the next level.
That's right. It's part of the university's outreach effort. They're on a 3-day tour to visit high schools across the state. The sessions include one-on-one voice lessons with university students studying to be music educators and voice teachers.
It's like if you took your varsity basketball and said, well, we're going to go play with the Gophers men's basketball team. The strength of the voice is different. The understanding of what they're doing, the reading is really neat. The camaraderie to see that music doesn't stop after high school, that it continues. It's a lifelong skill.
The university group is also working with choirs in Brainerd and Cambridge. And that does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
As we say goodbye, we have some guests in the studio, scouts from PAC 684.